The night felt heavier than what the body was ever meant to endure. And as he walked alone, something within him seemed to repeat a sentence he himself could not understand. Your mind creates the money. It was strange. His breathing was shallow, and each step echoed as if the whole world had narrowed into a single corridor. He felt the weight of debts, delays, loans, the constant charges that arrived like storms. His financial life felt like cracked ground, a place where nothing could grow. And yet, there was something different about that night. A silent portal seemed to begin opening inside his mind, a portal that spoke of money, of financial life, of something that could manifest once the mind finally shifted. A promise whispered in his ear. If he continued walking through that silence, he would discover how to change his mind, how to open a financial portal, how to activate the mindset shift, how to transform his own financial life without noticing it was already transforming. Because everything was at stake. His future, his ability to breathe without fear, the chance to escape that loan that seemed to swallow his soul, the vibration still trapped in the old pattern, the possibility of finally attracting money, manifest money, and unlocking the life he longed to live. And then, in an instant as small as the blink of a thought, his vibration shifted. And that was where it all began. He woke up every day as if he were late for his own life. Money seemed to evaporate in seconds. His financial life was a maze with no exit. The loan he had taken months earlier had turned into a constant shadow, a shadow that walked behind him and whispered, "You're never getting out of this." His mind was exhausted. Nothing flowed. Nothing entered. The financial portal felt locked with a deadbolt. He didn't believe in anything. He didn't believe in God, didn't believe in the law of attraction, didn't believe in manifest money, didn't believe in abundance. To him, everything was chaos, and the chaos was inside. He tried not to think, but the more he tried, the louder his mind screamed, "Money, money, money, where's the money?" And nothing came. His phone vibrated. Another charge. He looked at it, sighed, didn't answer. His financial life felt like a pit, and each notification was like another shovelful of dirt being thrown over him. The loan seemed to grow every month. It was as if it had a life of its own, as if it drained his energy, his peace, his soul, and most of all, his mind. His mind was programmed to lose money, to block money, to close portals, to live on autopilot. And when the mind creates a cycle, money obeys. He spent his days complaining in silence. Everything goes wrong. My financial life doesn't flow. I never have money. This loan never ends. And the mind replied, yes. That week, something inside him cracked a little more. He felt loneliness. He felt weight. He felt shame. He couldn't talk to God. He couldn't feel God. And even when he tried, his mind whispered, God doesn't fix loans. God doesn't take care of your financial life. God isn't looking at you. And his financial life remained locked. The portal remained closed. Money remained distant. And on that particular night, when he sat on the floor of his own room, his mind whispered the worst possible sentence. I failed. And he believed it. For a few seconds, he believed it deeply, to the point of thinking that nothing was worth it anymore, to the point of thinking that this was the end of the line. But the line had not ended. The line was about to become a portal. The next morning, he woke with a strange weight on his chest. It wasn't just worry. It was as if his financial life were trying to tell him something he had avoided hearing for months, maybe years. He looked at his account. 0. He looked at his messages, charges. He looked at his statement, negative. He looked at the loan, growing. He looked at his mind, silence fractured by panic. The mind repeated, money doesn't come, money doesn't enter. Your financial life is over. Nothing is going to change. And he believed it. That day, his body trembled as if he were receiving the announcement of an ending. The end of money, the end of peace, the end of dignity. It was as though a dark portal had opened inside him, a portal pulling away all hope, all abundance, all possibility of manifest money. Nothing seemed possible. Nothing seemed alive. That afternoon, he sat on the living room floor. He simply sat and stayed there. No words, no strength, no excuses. The silence was so immense it felt heavy, a silence that touched his skin, his mind, his body. And in that silence, for the first time, he realized it wasn't the loan that was destroying him. It was what the loan was doing to his mind. The loan shaped thoughts. The thoughts shaped vibrations. The vibrations shaped financial life. And financial life shaped destiny. He felt he had fallen, but he didn't know that falling was the beginning of being rebuilt. There, in the middle of that emptiness, he felt something he had never felt before. His mind was calling for help. And when the mind calls for help, it is because a portal is about to open. Hours passed, or minutes, or perhaps time had stopped altogether. He didn't know. But something very small happened. Small like a thread of light slipping through an almost closed window. A thought, timid, fragile, almost a whisper. What if my mind can change? That was all, but that was everything. Because when the mind asks that question, it has already begun to open a portal to money, a portal to abundance, a portal to a new financial life. He didn't understand. He didn't believe. He didn't trust. But for the first time in months, he didn't say no. He simply listened. And when the mind makes space to listen, the entire universe begins to move. He didn't know it yet, but in that exact moment, a mindset shift was beginning. Fragile, invisible, but real. And when he believed nothing would change, something breathed inside him.
That night, something shifted direction inside him. It wasn't money yet. It wasn't the balance. It wasn't the loan magically disappearing. It was smaller, much smaller, but infinitely greater at the same time. A thought returned. What if my mind is creating all of this? And when he thought it, he felt a light vibration, almost imperceptible, as if a macroscopic door had been unlocked. It was an inner portal, a portal that doesn't open with passwords, doesn't open with force, doesn't open through desperation. It opens when the mind shifts, when the mind awakens, when the mind recognizes I can create money. I can change my financial life. I can manifest money. That thought was a seed, but seeds always know how to be born. And in that instant, even if he didn't understand it, the entire universe was already responding. He was lying down, staring at the ceiling. His eyes were tired, but his mind, for the first time, was curious. And then came another question, as soft as night's breath. What if God never left me? He hadn't expected that realization. In truth, he avoided thinking about God. He believed God didn't deal with money, didn't help with financial life, didn't fix loans, didn't open human portals. But in that moment, something shifted. He felt warmth in his chest. He felt comfort. He felt a presence. And within that presence came a phrase. I made you a creator. Your mind creates paths. Your mind creates money. He took a deep breath. The vibration changed. The mind changed. The portal opened a little more. It wasn't religion. It wasn't doctrine. It was connection. And when God touches the mind touches prosperity. The next day, he woke up different. There was no unexpected influx of money. The loan hadn't vanished. His financial life still felt fragile. But there was one crucial difference. His mind was changing. He began to notice small things. His body felt lighter, his breath deeper, his mind more open, his vibration clearer. And when the vibration shifts, money feels it. Money feels it. Abundance feels it. The financial portal responds. He had a small insight. If my mind creates the money, then I need to change the mind before I chase the money. And in that moment, a spark pulsed within him, a real mindset shift. He felt the universe take a step toward him. He felt something in his financial life rearranging, as if invisible forces were aligning pathways. The loan was still there, but for the first time, it didn't feel like the end. It felt like part of the rebirth. And in that almost invisible motion, his entire life shifted. In the days that followed, something profound began to unfold within him. It wasn't an external revolution. It was an internal one. He woke up and, for the first time in a very long time, a phrase echoed inside him. My mind creates the money. He repeated it the way one breathes, and with each repetition, the portal opened a little more. The portal of the mind, the portal of abundance, the financial portal. The loan no longer looked like a monster. He now saw it as a chapter, not as destiny. And the more his mind shifted, the more he felt that money was coming, that money was approaching, that abundance was opening, that his financial life was being rearranged by invisible hands. When the mind shifts, the portal shifts. When the portal shifts, money moves. When money moves, financial life is reborn. He was being reborn. It happened on an ordinary day. No warning, no grand signs, no lights in the sky. He received a message. It was an old job, forgotten, a refund, a late payment, an unexpected amount, small but symbolic. It wasn't about the amount, it was about the movement, the flow. It was as if the universe said, see, when the mind shifts, money finds its way. His vibration rose, his chest opened, the portal pulsed, his mind smiled. And in that instant, he understood. His financial life was not stuck. His mind was. And now it wasn't anymore. It was the beginning of manifest money, the beginning of abundance, the beginning of financial reconstruction. He gave thanks. And in that gratitude, he felt God's smile within him. In the weeks that followed, everything expanded. He began having ideas he had never had before. Ideas that came like whispers, like downloads, like insights sent by God. He began organizing his financial life, not out of desperation, but out of clarity. He renegotiated the loan, and strangely, it felt as if the doors opened with such ease that he even asked himself, why didn't this happen before? The answer came softly, because your mind wasn't ready. And now it was. Money began to flow. His financial life gained strength. His mind was aligned. Abundance was released. The financial portal was fully open. He felt his vibration rise so high it seemed to touch the sky. And he said something he never imagined he would say. Thank you, God, for showing me that when the mind shifts, money shifts. When I change, everything changes. Now he walked differently. He breathed differently. He thought differently. He manifested differently. His mind was no longer a prison. It was a portal of abundance, a portal of money, a portal of rebirth. He no longer needed to chase money. Money chased him. He no longer feared the loan. The loan became a lesson. He no longer feared the future. Now the future called him by name. Because in the end, it was always about the mind, about vibration, about God, about the inner portal. And the phrase he never again forgot was, "Your mind creates the money." Which part touched you? What within you wants to be reborn today?